What's up, guys? This is Nick. I haven't made a video in a really, really long time, like 2 weeks. Just a lot has gone on in my life, and for a while, like I just don't want to make videos anymore because my life's not going that great. So I was like, I don't really want to share it, because people are losing weight. I don't want to like ruin their progress. Um, but I'm like, I just gotta keep doing it because like the only way you fail is if you stop. So I'm like, I just gotta keep doing it. So I just want to like give you guys an update of like what's all gone on, and kind of fill you in on why I haven't made videos. Um, so basically, like 2 weeks ago, I lost my job, and it wasn't really that my work's fault. It was kind of my fault. I just pointed out because you get like a certain amount of points for attendance, and I just like wouldn't go to work sometimes just because I didn't feel like going to work. I didn't really like my job, but so it was definitely my fault. Um, but the thing about it was, even it was a first shift job, and I thought that would be good for doing MMA because then I could do MMA in the afternoons. But the MMA classes go so late that I just didn't have any time to sleep. Um, so I think part of me mentally was like, I really shouldn't be at this job because it's keeping me from doing MMA. And it sucks because when you have a job, like you don't want to give up that like, guaranteed income. But then again, I'm like, I just kind of want to follow my dreams as well. Um, so I didn't really quit, but eventually, they fired me just because I wasn't coming into work as often as they wanted me to. Plus, they kept wanting me to work every Saturday, and I was already working 5 days a week, so I was like, listen, I can barely come in 5 days, let alone six. Um, so that just happened, and so then I was kind of like not working for a week, and I was like, what do I want to do with my life? And then there's this MMA gym in Ohio, and it's like really good. I'm like, you know what? I'm not working right now. This is like the perfect time to go see if I like it. Um, so I scheduled a week of hotel nights, and I drove there. It's in Ohio, so it's like 4 hours away from me. And I got there, and stayed in this nice hotel. Um, but like the thing about it was the city was like so big, and I'm like from a smaller town, so like all the traffic and stuff was just so insane. Um, and I'm not really big on driving, let alone driving in a big city, so that was kind of not fun for me, but I did it. So then I got all my stuff into the hotel, and then I was ready to go to the gym. So I went to the gym. I go in, and like no one's at the front desk, like no one's really there. I'm like standing there for a while, like waiting for someone to come see me. No one comes sees me. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I went outside, and there was like chairs, and I just sat in there for like an hour. I don't know why I sat there so long, but I did. Um, and eventually I called them like, hey, I'm at the front door. Could you let me in? And eventually someone came out and they showed me it, but it wasn't like like I felt like I was inconveniencing the person to like show me around, like like, oh, here's this. They're just like moving me along, like, oh, come on, just get over this. So I don't have to be here anymore. I'm like, this is my first time here. Like I wish it'd be a little bit nicer, but I mean the gym was really nice. It's just like I didn't feel that welcome. I just felt like he was rushing me through, and he didn't really care like if I wanted to stay look at something or not. Um, and so then, like, we're kind of talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, you should come to a class tonight." But the thing is, there's like over 200 people, and I'm like, "Oh no," because like I'm not really a big fan of like huge crowds like that, and plus, like, I don't know how 200 people were gonna fit in there, let alone like be my first day in training there. So ultimately, I was like, I just don't want to do this. Like, not that I don't want to do MMA, it's just like I don't want to like move all the way to this big city, like be in these big classes, and you know, I just didn't want to do it. So I drove home at like 2 a.m. in the morning, 4 hours, and like then I was like, all right, well I should at least check out some gyms here. Um, and then again, I don't really like driving, but there's this gym like half an hour away. And usually I just didn't want to go because it's so far away, but like after driving 4 hours, like half an hour isn't that bad. So, and I was like worried about the traffic, but after driving in like, you know, really big cities, like the traffic around here is like nothing to me. So I was like, whatever. So I went to that gym and like I just kind of showed up. I didn't call or anything, and the guy's like, "Oh, hey, did you call or email us?" I was like, "Nope, I just kind of showed up." He's like, "Oh, no problem, you know." Uh, and I was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to watch a class." He's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So like he walked me through the gym, and it was actually going under construction. So he was like, "Don't worry about what it looks like." And I thought to myself, you know, if they're able to do construction, that means they're probably financially doing all right. So that's probably a good sign that they're able to do construction and new renovations, and that's just better for me because it's a nicer place then. So I was like, you know, no problem. And then we get to the thing, and like it was really nice because like everyone there was like giving me handshakes and like welcoming me there, and it was really nice. And there was like even a chair, and like they brought out a chair just for me to watch. I was like, damn, you know, that's pretty nice. And so I was like, oh, awesome. And like they're really nice to me, and like when they're teaching, like they're they were really detailed about their teaching. So like I could tell, like, you know, that they really knew what they were talking about. Um, so like um, I just really liked it. And also there wasn't like it was like a midday class, so there wasn't a lot of people. I'm actually gonna go there today. But so there's not a lot of people. There's like 8 people, but there's 2 instructors. So it's like a lot of like personal, like one-on-one with the instructor, like helping you do stuff, you know, which I like because it's a smaller class, but there's a lot. There's a lot too, but a lot of instructors for that small class. So it was really nice, you know. You really get a lot of like help. It looked like. Um, so yeah, like I just really liked it, and I thought to myself, all right, I think this is where I want to be. Um, so it's funny because like, you're like, do you have any questions? I'm like, and I was like, nope. You know, like I did, but like I just couldn't think of it really at the time. Um, so he's like, oh, well, if you have any questions, just let me know. And I should have been like, all right, I'll see you, you know, in a few days, you know, I'll come back. But I just didn't think of that. But I called him like later today and like told him like, yo, I'm gonna come in, you know, actually try it, you know. So hopefully that goes well. You know, cross my fingers that goes well. Um, but yeah, so now basically like, I found a gym to go to, and the nice thing about this one is like they have classes during the midday and also in the evening. So like, depending on my job, it'll like I can either go to one or the other, and it won't be a really big deal. Um, so that's good. And then so now it's like all I need to do is find a job, which shouldn't be that bad. I'm gonna give myself like the rest of this week to like find a job on my own. But if I can't, I'm just gonna go like to like a staffing agency, and like I don't know if you have that around you, but it's basically where you go and say, hey, I need a job, and they have like 100 like 200 jobs that businesses give them to like find employees, and you just like tell them like what shift you want and like how much pay you'd like and whatever, and they'll find like a job for you, and then you just go, you know. And like you have to stay there at the job for like 90 days, and eventually the actual job hires you on, you know, so you're not just through the temp agency or whatever, or the hiring agency. um, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a third shift job because just first and second shift don't really like um, go well with the uh, the schedule for the MMA classes. But third shift really opens it up to where I can go to. I could almost go to both if I wanted, but I'd just have a lot less sleep. But I'm actually not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go to one class a day, and I'm also I got this workout DVD set. It's called T25. It's by Shanti. Haven't started it yet, but it looks really good. I'm gonna start that Monday because like you do it like 5 days or 6 days a week. So I'm gonna start on Monday, so that'll be fun. And then recently I've been riding my bike. There's a like a pond, like bikeway, walkway around my house. So um, I just put my bike in the back of my car and drive over there, and get my bike out, and then just drive a lap. And the whole lap around the pond is like a mile and a half. So like one lap, that's all you really need, you know. But so I've been doing that, and I felt really good about it. Like the nice thing about biking is like after you do it, your legs aren't sore. You know, they're like, you feel them, but they're not sore like if you ran the same distance. You know, because there's not as much impact on your bones and your muscles. You know, like running, there's just so much more impact versus biking. There's really low impact, which I think is good. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what's going on. As far as dieting, I need to get back on that. I obviously haven't been dieting the past 2 weeks, so just a lot's been going on. It's like really hard to like do a diet when like you don't have everything else in your life like under control. Like dieting is hard enough. Like I could barely do dieting when everything in my life is under control, let alone when I have nothing in control. Like then it's it's almost impossible to do dieting. But I'm gonna try to get it back started on Monday, along with my 225. Just just get back on the horse, and just have faith that I'll get everything else figured out too. Um, so yeah, and you know, like I just think the reason why I've been hitting these roadblocks is because like big events are happening in my life, like losing my job. The last time I stopped doing YouTube was because I lost my job. So, you know, every time that happens, it's gonna be a stressful thing, and that it's gonna be hard for me to make videos because like once I lose my job, then I'm like, well, why am I on this diet? I have nothing to worry about. Besides like eating the stupid diet. So it's like that kind of thing. But this time I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna have faith that it's all gonna work out, and you know, and my diet will come back, and I'll be doing this workout, every 5 6 days a week, and I'll be biking on Saturday, and then I'll also be doing my MMA classes. So in theory, it'll be easier to lose weight because I'll be working out a lot more. Um, my fear is just doing all this new stuff and starting the new job. Like, that might be a lot of new things to start at once. But hopefully I can figure out a way to juggle it all, where it all makes sense to me. Um, but yeah, I mean, even though like everything looks like it's not so good, I feel way better because like I'm just that much closer to doing MMA, which I really enjoy. So I feel like once I could just like figure that part of my life out, then everything else will just be a lot easier because I'm doing something I like. Um, so yeah, I'm sorry this is a super long video. It's definitely longer than I normally do, but I just had to get everything out. I want to explain where I've been, what I've been doing, and what I plan to do in the future. So I'm looking forward to Monday because that's when really everything kind of starts for me. So wish me luck on that. And yeah, I think I'll see you next week. So with the that's it. All right, I'll see you later.